Okay, my name is Jeremy dePrisco, and I want to demo what I've been calling the render engine, which is a custom component that I've made for TouchDesigner. And this is going to be a very high-level overview. There's going to be plenty of information on my GitHub account, which you can see the address underneath my video here, JJ dePrisco, and this will be called JDRenderEngine. Just to get started here, so below my video here you can see a table, and that's a table of scene names and start times for those scenes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the 2 key on the keyboard, number 2, and that's going to get everything ready. And then I'm going to hit the number 1 key, and that's going to take us through the start of this render. And on the left-hand side of the screen you'll see this going. As this hits the 5-second mark, we'll see a scene change, and we'll also hear the music start. And then it's going to go through all the subsequent scene changes based on the table. Now this track is 120 beats per minute. It doesn't matter what you use, but I just wanted something basic here. And basic scene changes. As it gets to the end, it's going to go to a credit slide, and then it's going to go to black. And then it finishes out. So what's happened is that's generated a file just out in a folder, in a project folder. And I've got an example of that file pulled up here. So down in the lower left-hand corner, we'll see that play back. Now it'll play back without the scene and seconds data over top of it. I've made that configurable. And so now it's going through our changes. Now, as you'll notice, all of the scenes that I've used for this example are static. There's nothing changing within each scene. So this may not look very exciting, but the whole purpose behind why I built this was that a lot of the times what I'm working with is generative scenes where the content is changing as the music progresses, or maybe is even audio reactive, and I want to capture that in real time on the fly. Most of the tools that I looked up out there assume that you want to work with a pre-rendered video file, and you want to bring that video file into a movie top and then do lots of math or timers or whatever to load that movie, fade that movie out, etc. And there's a lot of great tools out there that do that, don't get me wrong. But this is, I think, hitting another need for those of us that want to generate something that's more on the fly, has generative content. And again, you could find a lot more about this on the GitHub page, and I'll be putting up additional resources in the future about this. And just to note, this video is also being made within TouchDesigner. And one of the reasons I've done this is because a lot of times I'll move stuff into iMovie or DaVinci after it's been rendered, and I end up having to go back anyway to create a whole other project to make things work, or I end up with lots of extra files laying around. So the way that I like to work, I like to render stuff as it's happening, and especially when it's generative, maybe capture something special. So that's what this is for, and more to come. Thanks for watching.